What is up, folks? This is your boy Alertwolf here, bringing you another DC Nation review. This time I'm doing it on Beware the Batman. I don't know why I stopped at Bat. Beware the Batman, episode 6. This one is called Toxic. And, alright, I know what you guys saw. It was beer, crazy. I'm drinking Curious Traveler Shandy. It is delicious. It is my summertime beer. Now, I know there's a couple others out there. The Linden, whatever the hell it's called, is the one everybody thinks of. And I thought that was the best one too until I had this one real fast. And yes, I am of age. And I did, you know, this is a short little thing on the beer I'm drinking because it's delicious. But in a previous channel I have with somebody else, I do that channel. I'm pretty much drinking all the time, and that's my commitment to excellence. But so here's my commitment to excellence right now for this video. And actually, I'm only having a beer because it's hot and hot and hot where I am. I'm in an undisclosed location. This is not my house. I'm house sitting at my girl's house, and there we go. But right into Batman. And this episode was really good. Really good. We get, you know, it's funny. In that first episode where we got Stag, he seems so familiar to me. And at the time I didn't feel like looking it up, you know? But it was like, I was like, I know he's a douche. I know he's a villain. I know he's responsible for something. But it wasn't clicking in my DC Nation brain. And then this episode happened, and as soon as I heard the name Rex, I was like, oh, duh, Stag, yes, I'm there. And so this is the origin story of Metamorpho. Now, Metamorpho is one of the weirdest DC superheroes, but pretty overpowered and underutilized, if you ask me. The dude can pretty much do whatever he wants, and he's powerful. Basically, the gist of the story is he's dating Stag's daughter, this hot little blonde thing. He's just a security guard, and in other iterations, he worked for the military, and he worked with them higher up. But in this one, he's just a security guard, which is fine. I don't really mind, because they could say later on he had a military, you know, background, or he had a different type of background. It doesn't matter. It's all, you get the drift. And basically, Stag sets up a phony robbery so that he would stop it, because he's the security guard, and he exposes him to the Metamorpho chemicals. And the idea is, it's supposed to, you know, kill him or turn him into that monster. And Batman ends up saving him. He's alright, and then he transforms into Metamorpho. Now, in Metamorpho form, he's monsterfied in this one, and he's having trouble controlling his emotions and controlling his powers as a result. So he goes on a little bit of a rampage. Batman tries to calm him down, and he does. He's trying to reconnect with this chick, and, you know, she's hot, I get it. Meanwhile, Batman puts together the information necessary on Stag being the one responsible for this. Now, there is a slight background to this, and the little B story is Batman's going on a date with his ex-psychiatrist. Like, she's not a supervillain in disguise, you know what I mean? Not supervillain, but you know what I mean. She's a bad guy. And we find that out at the end of the episode when he goes on a date with her, and she's like, he fell for her, both by the sicker. Now, and that, because I'm not going to mention any more of the little B story, and that's all part of the overarching plot that's going on. And it's interesting to see how everything ties together. This was one of those episodes, I'm not gonna lie, like the one with the League of Assassins, this one was really good. This is my favorite episode thus far. You know, and basically Batman's trying to cure Metamorpho because he thinks he's gonna die. He tricks him into going after Stag. He sets up the chamber, gives him the antidote. It doesn't take. He looks at her and he's like, "You once said, you know, you loved me for the dude inside, not what other people think of me." And he goes, "Can you still do that?" She's like, "That's not fair." She's like, "No." So he's like, "All right." He smashes the fan, like the exhaust fan. It sucks him up, and he seemingly dies. Now let me say this about him. And then she blames Batman for it, not her father. And then he's like, "Yeah, you're done. You murdered that hero." And Batman's like, "Nah, I made a copy of that evidence you destroyed, and the police already have it. You should prepare yourself." And then she sees him responsible. She's all types of effed up. And then at the very end, in classic classic horror movie fashion, the hand in the pool of water, like he lives. And let me say this, Metamorpho is surprisingly immortal. What I mean is, he dies all the time in the comic books, but can you really kill him? Because if a small part of him lives, he can regenerate, and he can change his body into almost anything. Throughout this episode, there were cool fights that you could see with Batman, such as when Batman tasered him with 2 electric batons. When he got angry, he absorbed them and threw lightning from his mouth. Awesome. So this one's easily a 4 out of 5. This is my favorite Batman episode thus far. This is really good. You know, if they do enough obscure villains, I'm fine. I mean, Stag is not obscure, but if they do more obscure villains, I'm fine with it. But if they start bringing in his freaking outsiders into this, because Batman has had several teams in his day. You know, Batman did the Justice League International. Batman also had Batman and the Outsiders. The Outsiders was Batman's team originally. He started it. So so Katana was on it. Metamorpho was on it. So it would be amazing if we start to see more Outsiders. And let me say this, on the Young Justice, when they did that thing with Arsenal looking like he was going to start a team, Arsenal's team later on was the Outsiders too. So I was feeling that DC vibe that they want to bring the Outsiders some love. And I would love for them to just start bringing in that team around. If that's the direction they go with this show, I would be ecstatic, because they're well-known but lesser-known heroes. They're not as important as the Trinity or anybody in the JLA, but they're still awesome characters to be done. So if they want to bring out lesser-known or lesser-loved heroes as well, and by loved I mean shown the love, that would be amazing. But I've rambled enough about this. So click it up if you like it, comment if you must, and please subscribe if you can. Now I will say this, this will be my last DC Nation video, obviously, because there's no more Batmans for another 2 weeks, or at least until the 7th, it looks like. But if you guys watch any of my other stuff, I am putting out all back videos all weekend to get me current, and I will be doing my my show that I've been promising people for a while, my Anime Redux. Now, Anime Redux does include comic book stuff, and there will be a section on DC. So that is important. I'm going to give you some recommendations, because listen, I've not been a fan of the 52, but there's some stuff that I've been reading that's been pretty good, so I'll let you guys in on it. But anyway, that's enough out of me. So this is alertwolf signing out.